Hey guys, it's Chloe in real life, your Knott's Berry Farm berry blogger, and it is so hot out today. But I'm here in Knott's Berry Farm and I still want to have a good time. So I wanted to tell you about some of my ride recommendations to go on, even when it's really hot out. So let's go. So obviously, when you think of how to stay cool at Knott's Berry Farm, you think of the water rides. So first on my list is the Timber Mountain Log Ride, which is currently celebrating its 50th year anniversary. Isn't that awesome? It's 50 years old. When it first debuted in 1969, it was one of the first flume rides in the entire United States. And for its incredible theming and its intense drop finale, it was credited to be the first of its kind in 1969. So it's got some history and it's also really fun. And I mean, you're definitely gonna stay cool after riding this ride. Let's go. So for the 50th anniversary of the Timber Mountain Log Ride, they made some updates and the ride is incredible. They added brand new animatronics that look fantastic, but they still kept the nostalgic feeling of the ride that is so well known for. They also made some updates to the seats, so instead of the 2 seats for 4 riders per log, it is now 4 or 3 individual seats depending on which log you sit in. And that's really nice because I'll admit, sometimes when you're riding with friends, it could get a little bit awkward, but now the awkwardness has been removed and you can all have a great time on the Timber Mountain Log Ride. All the animatronics have been updated. They look fantastic. What I love about the log ride is that there are outdoor scenes and indoor scenes. The outdoor scenes look great during daytime and nighttime, and the indoor scenes look great all the time. The lighting is incredible. The Hootenanny scene is my personal favorite. It looks like such a party. I just almost want to get out of my log and start dancing along with them. It's really fun. I know when I did my live stream for the 50th anniversary of the log ride, you guys were really asking me to go on the ride, but I couldn't because of internet issues. But here's a little POV of the log ride. As you can see, the scenery looks fantastic. I love the indoor scenes. The lighting is so pretty. It's just amazing. And it's a ride that has so much history behind it. And of course, the big drop is always pretty scary. So right behind me is Iron Wreath, and this is a wonderful attraction to go on during the hottest part of the day because the entire ride is inside. This ride is a 3D interactive video game style attraction where you defend yourself against evil sea creatures and maybe even a sea witch. This is a super fun ride to go on with a group of friends because you can compare your point scores and the loser can buy the winner a funnel cake. Another great way to cool down during summer is by checking out the musical review at the Birdcage Theater. They have about 4 shows a day and it's really nice because you get to beat the heat, it's nice and cool and dark, and you get to see a great show. So be sure to check out the Birdcage Theater when you come to Knott's Berry Farm. So this place isn't necessarily a ride, but it's still a great place to cool down and have some fun. It's the general store in Ghost Town. There are so many interesting stores within Ghost Town and all throughout Knott's Berry Farm where you can find some really interesting things. Here you can walk around and even play checkers. The general store has so many fun things like Ghost Town and Knott's Berry Farm merchandise, some old-fashioned candy that's so good. You have to try the taffy. It's my favorite. And this chicken bag, which I need to buy. I love it so much. Some cold drinks, and of course, what's Knott's Berry Farm without some boysenberry merchandise? Another great way to beat the heat is checking out Beach Blanket Beagle over at the Charles M. Schulz Theater. This is by far my favorite show ever at Knott's. It is so much fun because it's all about summer, but you're still in the air conditioning. There's a dance competition, a surf competition, a luau, and it's all starring Snoopy. They have 3 showtimes throughout the day, and you gotta go check it out. You will not be disappointed. This show is so much fun. Here are some clips from Beach Blanket Beagle. Watching Snoopy dance is so much fun. All right, guys, so that was Beach Blanket Beagle. It was so much fun. I love that show so much. The energy, the singing, the dancing, the sets were incredible. I can't even tell you how much I love the fact that there's water in the stage, and Snoopy surfing was probably one of my favorite parts. So if you're here at Knott's, even if it's not too hot out, you gotta come check out Beach Blanket Beagle. You can't miss it. And of course, the ultimate ride to cool down at Knott's Berry Farm during the summer is the Calico River Rapids. This ride just opened a few months ago with brand new theming and an awesome new story that even ties into Ghost Town Alive this year. It's a water ride, so you're definitely gonna get wet, a rapid style attraction, so you're definitely gonna get those thrills, and of course, it looks beautiful. So let's go ride it. I really wanted to include a POV of my Calico River Rapids adventure in my first video about it, but unfortunately I couldn't. So here is some POV of me riding the ride and trying really hard not to get completely drenched. I always get nervous on this ride. You always get so much adrenaline from like, am I gonna get wet? Oh no, I got wet. It's just really fun. And when you think about it, this ride actually doesn't really take up a lot of space, but they utilize their space so well that it really feels like you're traveling a long way down the rapids. And they added a bunch of new theming and animatronics, and the ride looks incredible. And it's really fun during the day, obviously, because it's hot out. But this is also a really fun ride to ride at night because the lighting is so incredible. And when you go into the cave with the fog, it's pretty spooky. So that is why I would really recommend the Calico River Rapids. I know that I mentioned this briefly before in my Calico River Rapids video, which I will link in the description box down below. But if your friends or your family are on the ride and you're here on the dry land, you can actually get them by by pressing down on one of these TNT boxes, which usually will trigger something in the ride and get them extra soaked, but sometimes it might backfire. Something might splash on you. Let's see if it won't get me this time. That's how it's usually supposed to be, so watch out. So as you can see, Calico River Rapids definitely cooled me off for the rest of the day, and it seems that the sun is setting and I've beaten the summer heat. I'm telling you guys, there are so many fun things to do at Knott's. Even when it's crowded, when it's hot, when it's cold, there's so much stuff to do here. You're always gonna have a good time at Knott's. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video just like this one. I'll see you all later.